Well, we are streaming live. It's 22nd, 2014. We just done a live stream. Audio, and so we're back up for a 15-minute stream out. I'll get the audio before I open my mouth again. Oh, mouth, let me hear you. See, I never checked tonight, right? That's the first time forever. I haven't checked. And no audio. That was rough. Here we go. Well, we are streaming. That's pretty funny, actually. It's okay, because I'm probably better off not saying the things I said, I guess. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't meant to be said yet. But I had a pretty good rock there. That was too funny. Anyone don't know what happened? We streamed live on YouTube at Beautiful Girl by Dana. And every night I always check my stream. And tonight I didn't. But we got good news anyway. Let's get on with it. We got wonderful news, incredible news. Just unimaginable good news, folks. We are in business. We are actually in business. That's the boat in the garden. That's the boat in the garden. She looks really good. It's pretty spiffy. Look at that thing there. This thing was used as a search and rescue boat by a yacht club. And all it done, it was went out there and rescued people and came back in. They took it in the shop and done checkups on it, and they got it ready for the next rescue. Its whole life was about rescuing people, rescuing at a moment's notice in the worst conditions possible. Its entire existence. And so it's appropriate that we have that particular boat. That boat can go in the entire coastline, and it can fill up with water, big wave come down on top of it, you can't sink it. We're up there by ourselves, we don't got anybody to help us, anybody to come and rescue us right away. And yesterday, Jeff went out and got that boat so the Hounds of Fukushima could finally be free. Amazing, folks. This is amazing. I was excited tonight, but I was talking about other things, so now I'm back on track. So maybe it's better off. But that boat is designed to go get people in the worst conditions imaginable. Its whole purpose, its whole design, its whole life, it has a very wonderful, rich history. It's very appropriate for what we're doing. We're going to go up, and we're going to cover 60 days at least. Then we're going to go up north and cover about 30 days of the coastline in Canada and see how much carnage from the radiation. Just a quick reminder, because I smurfed up earlier, I'll run through it. I'm going to show you 16 beaches that we covered previous. And here's the before and after, what they should look like. Here's what it should look like, life everywhere, and here's what it looks like. And as you go up the coastline for 200 kilometers, here's 16 pictures very quick for everybody to understand that everything is missing. All you're seeing is the same species everybody else is finding everywhere. It's the same species, beach after beach, everywhere we go. Even the pylons that normally has 75 to 100 sea anemones on each one of them got nothing left on them. It's just the 4 species hanging onto the shoreline in little tiny patches, and everything else is barren. Out of 5,500 species, out of 70 sea anemones, they're all missing. Except you'll find some out there. There's still some tiny patches. We found around 12 species. We don't expect to find more than 100. But that's not what I come tell you tonight. I just want to get you back on track, because I just spent talk for who knows how long to a mic that wasn't on. So only tiny 1% to 1% of the life exists that should be on the coastline. And Jeff, here's Jeff saying boat. You got to go see about a boat. I try to catch him right on the very beginning of the word. Jeff's an artist, folks. If you go over to Jeff's site, what you'll find out is that he's an artist. And what an artist does is it tells a story, usually of the past. He's telling us a story of the past in his art. At the same time, he's saying we have to have a future, but he's telling the story of why. Because of ignorance, right? Because of post-ignorance. You know, Kevin Blanch, Thomas Ackerman. You know, I've studied these guys a lot, and that's what they understand, and that's why they're so passionate. Is they understand that the art is the most important thing out there. Because that's throughout history. That's how our history has been told, is through art. How our past has been told is through art. It's a very, very, very precious thing on this planet. Jeff makes a whole bunch of videos over at the Original Punisher on YouTube. There's a lot of work for each one of them. They're tiny videos. It's an amazing amount of work. And you have to take it in the perspective of an artist. So a lot of people don't get that concept of an artist. Don't see things through your eyes. They see things through their own eyes. They don't see it through somebody else's eyes. Yes, they might see it. Not. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but they don't. They speak what through their painting and through their art, what they see in life, how they understand it. They don't put out a fable, not true art. They tell that story of life. It's captured in art, is what I'm trying to tell you. And you can see Jeff's art, right? That speaks of a broken heart. That speaks of despair. And it speaks of hope and future, but it speaks of, that as a society we don't collect ourselves. We fight with ourselves. We don't look at it for what it is. We look at it for what we want it to be. We don't look at the dead ocean as a dead ocean. We look at it as there's still a seagull, or we seen a crow, Dana, or we seen a salmon. But they don't have what it takes to go to the shoreline and look for all those species. They can't conceive it. And you can't blame them. You can't hold it against them. You can't blame people for being ignorant. But you have to talk about it. You have to express it. Art, without art, there is no history. That's a fact. Art tells the history. That's all we got of history is art. That's how we tell history. We look for art. We look for artifacts. We look for designs. We look for patterns. These are all art. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the biggest gift imaginable, the most precious gift imaginable is that thing there, a security blanket. There's nobody there to help us, and that will get us through. That will see us through no matter what. We will see it through till day and be okay. No matter what happens, we're safe. There's no price on that for anybody. For us, it was this boat. Jeff paid that price. The day Jeff went out and tried to pay $10,000 for spotlights, for sounders, for radar, VHF radios, for anchors, chains, and rope, and all to protect the side of your vessel, for air horns, emergency flares, everything you need to finish the job. And what happens? They won't take his credit card. Accept the credit card. They don't say the credit card's bad. They say the money is there, but they can't take it because they got burnt once, many years ago. And so everybody becomes a second-class citizen. It's an insult to Jeff. It's an absolute insult to do that. His money is just as good as anybody else's money. What he was doing is unimaginable. He paid him $10,000. They're good to go. It's all over. It's not an issue. And the reason it's an issue is because the people in the shop cannot understand. They don't know what we're doing, but they can't understand the concept of someone coming in there and buying stuff, more than one thing, and using electronic money. It wasn't about the money. The money was there. They're protected. That's the point of the credit card. It's and they charge them with a crime, and they recoup their losses that way. How society works. Right now, society is broken, and so is social. And what we done is, we had to walk away without that equipment. No radar, no spotlights, no sounders, no GPS, and so we can't launch until we got that stuff in there. Some of it, certainly the sound and the GPS. There's no way we can do the whole coast without it. It's impossible. Radar, you need that in order to see boats coming at you, to see obstructions. You're talking about 26,000 islands. You're talking about the most dangerous coast imaginable, with hundreds and hundreds of thousands, millions of rocks showing up as it falls. All of them can hurt you, and all of them will leave you there. No one will find you. And this particular boat and equipment that we will have will see us through, because that's the only way it can be done. Unfortunately, because every community can go in, every fishery officer in each community can jump in a boat and go out and cover the whole coast and wait for the Canadians and say, okay, uniform. Let's figure out why, move ahead, and try to come to a conclusion of how we're going to move forward as a society. They could do that. But we have to go up there, slog our way by ourselves in some of the most volatile terrain imaginable. 6,000 islands, hundreds of thousands of sunkers. And Jeff has made sure that is possible, and so is everybody else. Of it, Jeff said, you know what? Let's get you going. Everybody else, keep you going. It's more important to start, because once we do that, we cannot stop. And we are in amazing shape, folks. We are in amazing shape. We all settle down tonight and feel comfort that we have what it takes now. It's just another few days. Boat, we can put that to go from here right around over without stopping. That is the boat can handle anything, and that's what is needed. Yes, we can one with a cabin and books, but that's not what we're about. We're about going those coils and actually getting the data in our hands, getting on the beaches. And every beach will be very dangerous. Every beach will be a challenge, and every day will be every day will be completely predictable obstacles. Every day, logs in the ocean that could take out, and we have to negotiate all of that, and we will. I will guarantee you that the chances of me even breaking the crop are pretty slim, because we will methodically, because we have equipment and we have all you. But I want to put out a special video of Jeff, who broke himself to pieces out there, who went beyond anything imaginable or called for, and done something that everybody would love to do, make it happen. And he has. Happening. There's nothing going to stop it. They stop this, everybody can walk on the beach the next day and take a low tide, 24-hour period, they're done. They have nowhere to go. They can't look anybody in the eye, their ones. But we don't want chaos. We want to move forward with joy. We don't want despair. We want hope. We don't want to wait for the people we already gave everything to do the job with to go out and lie one single more time for us. They had a chance. We gave them every opportunity to get the job done. And they turned their backs on us. The whole system, the media and everybody. Nobody hold nobody accountable. And they just got told more lies, lies, and now the truth is here. And they can't look their children, their friends and their families and their loved ones in the face or in the eyes again for the rest of their life. Or you, or anybody else. You know, they're the reason this happened, because they lied for a paycheck. They apologized for a paycheck. We'll go do the job. We're going to go do the job. Job finished. And then we're going to have a debate. And the debate is going to be one-sided. Our side. Their way or the whole way for them. They really truly went to us. They went too far. And the solution is try to move forward with technology. 4,300 peer-reviewed academics every day. If we could just harness it for a year every day, we can solve 165 major problems every day. Another problem with 4,300 universities working on it. Is that not hope? Is all I'm saying. Is that not a way forward? Is that not the only option we get? If you looked up and you seen a meteorite coming at you, not every university and every institution on the planet work tirelessly to try to stop it from wiping out the planet. That meteorite is not going to wipe out the 8 million species, but the radiation of Fukushima is. And so the urgency is not a game. The urgency affects every soul, every creature, every human, and every future species till the very end of time is affected just by what we created. Not what's coming. Not what's starting at Fukushima every day. And if we can't collectively say we have to go stop at all costs, we have no nothing. No future. And so this is the debate. This is the ability to go out and say, I know these are unimaginable words. The ocean is less than 1% of 1% left of life in it that was there just a couple of years ago because of radiation. Just filling all the other oceans, the aquatic tables, tables. But we have to try. We can't just say, okay, help, let the government figure it out, we're going to survive, because you will not survive. You cannot survive with Fukushima hemorrhaging 1,440 minutes a day, 7 days, 365 days a year. Every minute there's another plume goes into the ocean for 1,300 days, 400 times. Nubru Magic, you know, Thomas Ackerman, Kevin Blanche, Radchick, just everybody in this community, Stacey's, you know, I have to say too, everybody out there that understands what's going on, understands what we're doing, the significance of trying, of the now to have a debate where it's one-sided, where we say, well, you killed the ocean. Why should I believe you? Well, you killed the ocean. No matter what they say, that's what you say to them. To all the worldly maggots of our society, you say you're violent. You can try to help. Fukushima Hounds saved your ass is what you're going to end up saying. Palko saved your ass is what you're going to end up saving. He made it happen at all costs and got us out immediately. I know the people that don't have money would do it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it took one person to step forward. Then it took everybody to keep it going. But it only took one person to step forward to give everybody hope. They don't know that. They probably will never know what you are hearing right now. People will never understand. Most likely. Certainly millions will, but the majority won't. You know, only 2 billion out of 5 billion connect to the internet. And no thing, no this. Only 2 billion at best. Not all connected all the time either. You are the ones in the know. You are the ones that are able to be influential. You are the ones who disseminate, and you are the only ones that are able to make this happen, change the thing, and you have. What you see there, what you see right there, in my back garden, as we speak. And in a few days, I have sea rolls, and the next day, I'm going to get 1 day of sea trials, and the next day we have to go and start the work. We haven't got time to waste. We're going to be on schedule by a couple of days because of the back not getting the sounders and the GPS and the GPS. That's really set us back behind. That's just today. It wore me out. It didn't stop me. It didn't demoralize me. It didn't even slow me down in the sense of I'm more determined now than I was today. Because work is not done till it's done. And this work is done. It has to get done though. And it might take us 1,000 years. If we're lucky, we're fortunate enough to last that long to try to recuperate something. If we can, I really don't know. But that's all we're trying to do is try. That's better than everybody on the planet put together. What we're doing here tonight is try. What that boat is going to do is an equalizer. It gives everything the ability to say to the apologist, you can't go. So you don't get credit anymore, period. Everything you ever said means nothing. Every media out there, just a couple of weeks, will lose credit forever and will be despised because they can't tell the difference between a banana and a 12-foot fuel rod. And check me mic, that is not off again. Video choppy breaking up. Hello. That is it. Hello, folks. Hi, Kate. It's been a weird night. I did off all day, and I really truly wanted to straighten up, and I'm glad I got something up. I just want you to understand, it's here. It's right there behind me in the garden. Right there behind me in that picture. That thing will get the job done. Because it has spent its whole history doing that same job as we're doing now. To go into battle for life. That boat, I can guarantee you, will see us through. It's perfect. The engine's perfect. All pressure and all cylinders are perfect. Exactly the same the way they were at factory. They're perfect. It's so quiet you can't even hear it. It goes so fast I can't even get it up to full speed. When we took it to test drive, no reason to go that fast. I can't come up with a reason that I would want to go that fast. It's like I can't imagine why I would drive that fast. But the point is, it's instant reaction. If a groundswell is going to bear us, boom, we're out of the way. If there's trouble, boom, we're right on the beach. If there's trouble, we can get a heartbeat. If we need, if we've got to get out and get on a spot, you only need to run it at half speed. But the point is, instant reaction is powerful for what we're doing, but it can still go lightning if it's necessary. If we're in trouble and we need to get out of harm's way, dive into no matter what they can throw at me in normal circumstances. We'll go right through it and come out the other no matter what. And so all I'm going to say is that we not for anything more. To do the job, the job is going about to get done. I think it's the most amazing day in our history of humans that we can look forward to the opportunity of getting the job done when nobody else would even try. That is amazing. That is outstanding. It's unimaginably gratifying. There's so much weight off my shoulder, I can't conceive it. A little setback today is not a thing that's going to happen. It's just slow us down for a couple of days. Big deal. It's coming. It will not stop. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do anything because I have to get this accomplished. I have to get done. The worst is coming. They're going to come out and they're going to panic everybody. They're going to try to marginalize everybody and demean everybody. They're going to try to come out with opposition. And none of that matters. Because we can bludgeon any of them. Simple fact, after a few weeks, the coastline is missing everything. Like you say again, if the elites want to kill everything on all the humans on the planet, we've heard that many times, and you can kind of see people would like that. But why would they kill 8 million species? What would be the sense in that? They went too far. What's going on? They didn't want to kill us, so they can kill themselves, but now they have nothing either. It's in everybody's best interest to finish this trip, and we try to have a orderly debate instead of the chaos and the anger and the animosity. The people that are so disappointed in their loved ones who were supposed to take care of all of this, who told them that it's like a banana or walking in sunshine or an X-ray or an airplane. Those are the people that will never look anybody in the eye again. They've probably never done it anyway. They will never go to their sanctuary, their home, and look anybody in the eye ever again. That is a fact in a couple of weeks. A very brutal fact. The beginning of the journey is the beginning of the whole planet coming to terms, and hopefully the beginning of a future. Most of the species are going to disappear in the next few years. This is not a joke, folks. It's hemorrhaging into the ocean non-stop, because they won't try, because they don't know us. And so what we got to do is we got to build it up in the next few weeks. And as it goes out there and people understand, at the same time, we still have to be on our guard. We have to see this through. And it could take us 100 years to see this through. And I hope, that we have that opportunity. If it takes a year to see it through, I hope that life lasts on. I hope there's a future. I can assure you there's no future if we don't go now and go righteous and go with the documentation, the samples, and there's nowhere left for them to go. I know because I just done an hour at no one can hear anything I was saying, and so it's a lot harder for me to do. Obviously, I had all passion the first time, and I still get it was such a great role because I have all this frustration on my shoulders. Well, I'm kind of glad you didn't hear me more. I'm glad I can show you that thing here. I'm so proud of Jeff, Palko, and everybody else, of course. Like, just make sure that everybody understands what Jeff's done for us. He's not doing that for me, folks. I think he is. Well, I guess he is in a way because we're good friends. But he done that. He understands the significance. He followed through with it because he understands that's all we got. We're it. Everything. Us or nobody. That's the way it's going to be. We got a whole party right there. And, there's nothing out there that will stop that boat. That we can fix back here again within a day or two. That boat, and I think that boat will not fail. That boat never failed to try its best. Always, no matter what the weather, no matter what the condition, no matter what the odds were, that boat is going to go up there and come back. That's what we'll do every single day. And I'll go through that boat with a toothbrush tomorrow. Every speck of it will be scrubbed on that boat with a toothbrush. I will miss nothing. Every time I strip off it, and I'll replace them all with new water. And so then I'll have another hand plug in. And so when I go to no matter what, that boat will never fail us for our lack of trying. Fail, but the boat will still keep us alive. I stressed that out so much tonight, I know, but I think everybody understands what we're doing and where we're going, and how absolutely dangerous it really is. What we're out there that we're up against just to do what we're doing is amazing. It's stunning. It's not a trip that we're going to try to pull off next year, because that is all we have left. Is to get the truth and get out and take away the nonsense and get to the for goodness sakes. That's all we want. All we ever wanted was not to be included and have a debate. And they just said no because you don't believe bananas are radioactive. No, we said we don't believe bananas are radioactive because we know they're not. Bananas are homeostasis. They're harmless. Okay, I know I talked long and I was I appreciate everybody coming in. To see, I wasn't even sure if you made it, but I'm sorry and everything. And then just a video, and then I gotta get off. I get to once again, original Punisher. We well wishes. I know it's uncomfortable. Men don't say men do. I don't think it makes them really uncomfortable. But when I send you, that might seem like an internet thing to people, but that is something I have done my whole life. As I've said long before the internet existed, was hugs for you. What I do for people. And when I say those words, that is me, right? That is my soul. I said that word. And I mean it respect. If I type it in video interviews, you'll find out that I say these things. Because that's part of me. And that's how I express myself. Because I'm not supposed to be doing this. We paid people to do the job. And here we are. We're fortunate enough to have artists on the side. That's why I tell people Kevin Blanche, why I say I love Kevin Blanche. I don't need to say anything else, because if you go and actually try to understand, understand why I say that. It's the same way with Thomas Zimmerman. The reason I love him is because I don't have to explain him. He doesn't have to explain himself. If you go and listen to him, you'll understand why I say that. This is the reason with Jeff. He's an artist. He puts pictures out and videos. A lot of work, folks. You have no concept. And his concept is he's an artist. And so if you take it in the context of these people, you can appreciate he's trying to a little bit better what to you in these videos. And all express yourself different ways from different perspectives. But we all have the one thing in common, is the radiation doesn't respect any kind of race, creed, color, religion, or borders. And that we're all in this together. And the time is short. And no matter how much money you got in life, it's no good to you if it goes to shit. you know, the movement we have going here now is carry us through. That I know. The boat we got is going to carry us through. Jeff has put an amazing amount of money to make sure that we have that opportunity. And so no way, it's literally no way that we will not get our own way now. And that's the point of the video tonight. We'll come back a second time, because you have to hear that speech. I have to tell it to you, so I can feel good, so I can feel better, so that when you tell Dana on the ocean, you think of Dana on the ocean with everything he asked for, and everything he did need, just the things that was necessary, that job done. And there's no one there to get us. Go ahead. There's no one there to rescue us for a long time. There's no one there to find us. What happened? Where we're going to. We're going to the most lonely, desolate stretches of coast you can conceive. And we feel good about it. We really do. Under Tuesday, we'll be lying the boat in the water and doing the sea trial before we stop. We're only going to get a day, even a day to test the boat out, and then we'll test it out on the job, because that's just the way it's going to go. Don't know it. We're good to go. We're ready to move. In just a few days, it's going to change that. It might delay us a day or 2 days. Once we start, it's all the way till the job is done. We got everything we need, right? Everybody to drop your shoulders, slow down, right? And everybody that done the job, it's the whole collective discipline. It's every nickel, it's every penny, every dollar, it's every well wish, every view, it's every shear, everybody that just tried a little tiny bit that made the difference and gave us the opportunity. That's something to be really proud of, okay? That's something amazing what you've done in the last 2 weeks for us, for the entire planet. And then Jeff stepped up and made sure the job got done right. He made sure the job was able to be completed. And what can I say about the fact that we are going to go kick their asses till the end of time, if that's what it takes. But that's 60 days long in my book, because children won't be able to look their parents in the eyes, and parents can't look the children in the eyes, and we have to move forward past that some way. That's the hard one, and we're not going to try to solve that one until the trip is over and come to stop and sit down with great minds. And a whole lot of people just going to have a little get together to break for a few days. He's got a few people invited. I mean, that will be so fantastic to actually sit down with Jeff, to sit down with Kevin Blanche and Thomas Ackerman and the other people, and then move out from there and meet all the people that really made this happen. It will be a wonderful day. It will be the best day imaginable, folks. I know I said I was going to give it up. I'll give it up, because I won't give it up at some point. I say good night, everybody. I'll come read your comments after. I deleted the last video because I'm too embarrassed to go back and read it. Everybody who stayed there and up that video of me talking with Mike for almost an hour. That's why I love you. That's why I love you to pieces. And I feel that's why I'm back again. And another video, not an apology, but just another video, because I know it doesn't matter. And that's the way I am, though. I don't get it in. I'll get it in a moment. Don't give up, see? That's what I'm like. But once again, I'm rejuvenated today, because I know for sure 100%, 60 days for sure, we get our debate, folks. Hold your head up. Hold your head up, folks. You done so much. You don't understand what you do. Trust me, in 60 days you will. That's all together. We're all on the road every day. I know it. I'll feel that day out. I'll feel all you folks. Up everything all the time. Live simply. Hi, live simply. John Townsend, Bob, Aqua, Ron, Original Fisher, Filtration, Toxic, Candace, Waters, Wanda. I'm not going to get to you all night. I just can't do it. I can't keep up with it. You have no idea what I do all day, every day to try to get this launched. I have to leave my whole life behind and go up into no man's land, no life land, get the data so that we can all have an opportunity. That's all it's about. We can get it and use it as a tool for the better, right? So that's what we're going to do. Good night, folks. Once again, I won't shut up. I don't give it up because I'm excited. At the boat. By Monday or Tuesday, we'll have the equipment, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be launching at the same time. Getting off. A wonderful day, folks. So relaxed. I feel so ready. Like tonight, I'll sleep like a baby. As soon as this is over, passion and burning, I'm up tomorrow morning. I won't stop. Every day, at least the next 100 days. I won't stop. I get out to Jeff Palko's 100 days or so and stop. That'll be the only I will stop from here to then. Because from here to then, it's all work, right? It's all work. Get the job. Get back safely. Get rested. Get up to the next tide. Get back out there. That data. Get it out there. Get samples. Send it out there. Get the information. And get that conversation started. Good night, folks. Hugs for everybody. Neb Killer, Bob, everybody. Kate. Hugs for Kate. Good night, everybody. Eric McFarlane. Good night, Eric. Here at the last second. I'm off to folks. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the patience. I'll check for the blinky. Like I normally do. I always check the audio tonight. It didn't happen. Good night, folks. Hugs for everybody.